All right. So you were saying about Demi.
Oh, I just want to make sure this is working. Yep. Okay, you're right. Sorry. Um. Oh yeah. No. I never really listened to Demi Lovato songs before. Really. Um. Never really had a reason to.
What the heck just happened? Hold on.
We can start recording. All right.
All right.
All right. So I never listened to any Demi Lovato, and she's like a Disney Star channel, right? Star.
Yeah. No. Yeah, she was.
Something like
Camp
that. Is
Rock.
that where she came from? So yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, I don't care. But it only takes like one cool thing for me to be like, uh, that got me a little bit. No,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's called this song called Substance. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is the song's pretty good. I'm like, hey, you're pretty good at singing. Like she's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Does kind of reminds me of like she can like go against Avril Lavigne and shit like that, and like all these other like early 2000 singers. Like she's just as good as them, or better.
Yeah. No, I agree. Her voice is
Because
really cool.
like performing wise, like I'm sometimes like what I do. I'm like I want to like I listen to this like if I really like a pop song and they're like super produced, I'm like let's hear it live. Like let me like look up a video. Can they do it just as good as the record, or like do they sound like at least the record a little bit? And if they do, I'm like okay. Demi Lovato like had it on point, like with that song, and I'm like nice, like not bad. But the
Yeah.
music video was so like cliche, but trying to be edgy, and I kind of like didn't like I was like I really don't like the music video so much that like if I looked away I was like I like the song better. Like I'll bump it, but I just can't watch the video with the song because it doesn't make the song as good. I'm sure that some
Yeah.
people could get that feeling from music videos. But yeah, it was just kind of like they did things where it was like, okay, so people do I've made a music video like this, but I do it the right way. Like I do it like like that kind of like VHS style. It's like kind of like super like in right now.
Yeah.
They add a little bit of that. They add a little bit of like they like somebody did research on like what is like the most trendy like indie shit that's rock, and they like gave her this music video, and I'm like it's not coming off. It's like for someone to say I looked this up and I'm doing this because I'm like I figured out how to make it versus like someone that like creates something in that style that's like knows how to do it. It was just like a really like it was like a rip-off version of something like that. I'm not trying to like hate on it, but I'm just like
No, I get what you mean. I feel like I
right, I
do.
was just like really didn't like the video. But I like the song a lot. You check it out though. Check the song out because I would have mentioned if I didn't really like the song.
I see the ads for it all the time. I'll just click on one of the ads.
You're like I know the songs.
Yeah.
Right.
It's nonstop. Now it's really annoying. But yeah, you were gonna plug your podcast for a second. You said.
Yeah, my I do a music podcast as well. So having it being music topic, that's really cool. We're called the Microphone Madness Podcast. And you can find us anywhere on Spotify. We have a film version on YouTube. And yeah, it's just about music as well as movie reviews from music related movies. That's what we've done in the past as well. So I'm like kind of like slowly bringing that into the podcast. It's like kind of like media and like pop culture kind of stuff that I'm trying to do. But yeah, thank you for again, like having me on your podcast.
Yeah, of course.
It's been a fun conversation. Uh, talking about a bunch of different stuff and just like music videos being important. And dude, like one of my favorite bands, and this is kind of a weird story, and I love to tell it, but it's a song. It's very music video related, and this has inspired me. You know, I don't think in creating music videos, but creating music is like I found out about my favorite band by turning on the TV and seeing uh like a music video from MTV, or I don't know if you've ever seen, but certain bands would pay money. They would have a commercial of themselves. It'd be like Avenged Sevenfold or My Chemical Romance, like on cable. They would have their own music, like they'd be like, check out My Chemical Romance, like you know, like an infomercial, kind of like showing a band, like showing a product. It would be like a band. They would actually have that.
I feel like I've seen that with Paramore, but that like first album.
Yeah, that's a possibility. You know, I don't remember seeing so much of that, but I just remember seeing, like, I remember watching My Chemical Romance on MTV, in the early 2000s, when like MTV was still doing music videos, uh, and then like not catching the name of the song and being like, I don't know who that band is. That was cool. It was like Helena. You know, I was like, that's a
Yeah.
dope song. Like when I was like super young, I'd be like 9 or 10, and then I saw them again on TV in like a commercial, and I thought that was weird. But I was like, that was the band that I liked. Now they have a commercial. It's cable was weird. It was cool though, but
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah, for sure. They've come a long way too.
Yeah.
Lots of new things.
A very interesting, inspired music video that just came out that I recommend you check out, and I would just like to know your opinion on.
Which one?
It's called it's the new 1975. So 1975 is one of my favorite bands, um, artistic wise, like Matty Healy and like his philosophy, or like he's just like a very interesting, awesome person in my opinion. When it comes to
Yeah.
art and like his expression and the songs he creates, even with the 1975, I think that I just really like the art. And this new music video, it's in black and white, and I like black and white. Um,
What's the name of the song?
it's called it's their newest song. It actually came out like a week ago. It's called Part of the Band. It's just like I don't. I would like to see like Matty Healy talk about this music video in an interview or something, because I'm like, I watch it a couple of times and I'm like, what is going on? It looks like a short black and white film, but it's like they're in the middle of the like they're at a beach, and like a weird, like a bunch of stuff's happening. It's just like very abstract and just makes you think, and it's very inspired by something. It's probably, I don't know if it's inspired by like a lot of things, or like it has these like very almost look like paintings of ideas, and like an orchestra behind them, and it looks kind of dark and emo, but it's like it's a very soft ballady song. It's just very straight. It's like it's not what you would expect from this band either, and I think it's just like, oh,
Are they they're using like a filter, right? Because you see the cracking on some of the parts.
of what?
In the video, it's like there's like it's on film.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is on film. And that's also, that's very good. That's like also great. I love that. But the thing with film and stuff like this is like that's expensive, you know. just to get the film and to get it to be that kind of quality. It's not a cheap thing to do, you know.
It's a very interesting video for sure. It's like,
Yeah, it's isn't it? It's just what's. I mean, if you hear the music, it kind of does go with it, and it's just a very inspired artistic piece that they come out with after all this time. And I'm like, at first I was like, whoa, but now I'm just kind of like, okay, it's cool. You like that? It's a lot of what they're like like really into versus what somebody might want from them. I think they're doing like what they want to do, you know, or at least with this one song, they released the whole set list and it's coming out like, I don't know, in October or something like that. So maybe they'll have some more music videos, but their stuff's really cool.
I kind of like it. Yeah. I'm not really hearing the music, but I'm watching the video. It's really interesting.
Yeah, you could just watch it without even the music, and it's interesting. And that's what's cool about certain music videos. Like you're able to create so much more. That's what I meant at like the beginning of the podcast. Like you can do so much with what inspires you from a video visually, with your music. It could be so many different things, and like what they made, I'm just kind of like, I don't like. There's so many scenes, like he's like running with the dog, and then there's like all these old guys, and they're like together. You see that thing? I'm like, there's so many
Yeah.
different like
They're fighting
stages
with
to this
mud
thing.
or like
Yeah.
sand, and there's a
I'm like,
car on the
what's going
beach,
on?
and
Yeah, it's just I want to like hear the story. Like, what is this? But yeah,
it's very interesting. Actually, I think it's kind of cool. Feels like
I
21
would love to.
Pilots level uh weird, you know.
Yeah.
You like to what? You said you were saying something.
No, I'm just thinking about 21 Pilots. I kind of liked a few of their songs, but I never really like loved them. You know what I mean? Like I think like they're like they're good songwriters. They're cool and stuff, but like I really like that song Ride. You know, remember that song back in the day when it was like on like
Yeah,
everything? That's what like took me in. I was like, that's a cool song. Yeah.
I have a hoodie from that album. Actually, I wear it all the time. It's like my favorite hoodie.
Yeah. Like I've always known about that band and or like group. Yeah, they're like a group. They're like two guys, right?
It's two guys, yeah, Tyler and
Yeah.
Josh. I don't want to go too deep
I
because
don't
I really
know.
like
I
them.
don't know if I've seen any of their music videos.
All their music videos are, it's
Let me see.
basically, it's a lore kind of thing.
I
So
think I
it's,
have.
yeah, all their music videos go in order. So it's telling a story. Even from like their first album to now, it's like
Oh,
going in
really?
order. Yeah.
So it's like they have like a story behind all their music videos. That's like a cohesive story.
Yeah. Like there's a whole like lore to 21 Pilots music videos.
Oh, wow. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. I don't want to say it's a visual album because I don't think that's what that means. But it's like you see, like you could see something in one video and you're just like, oh, that's in this song on the last album. Like you can connect it to everything.
That's very cool. I think that's pretty intentional and awesome.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
It's definitely interesting. I mean, some of the videos, like I like some more than others, but overall, I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah, nice. I I definitely want to check them out a little bit more. I mean, I know a lot of their songs, but I don't know. Check out some of their music videos at least and see how that is.
Yeah,
But, yeah, man.
it's I don't know like how to explain it without going into like heavy detail because they all like they connect in a certain way.
Hmm.
And I think because with Tyler, he's like the fans, like they kind of made up this whole story, and Tyler just goes with it, like he just plays along. It's actually kind of funny that he does that. So fans will be like, "What does this mean?" And he's just like, he'll come up with some kind of like crazy like conspiracy thing, and they do that whole like coded messages when an album isn't out, and it's just it's like great. It's just like messing with their heads.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. That's cool, man. 21 Pilots.
All lowercase. It's not capital T, it's lowercase c.
I'm trying to think of like what other bands are kind of like that that I've known or like artists. Um, I don't know. I think that like that's pretty unique. I don't know. I can't really think of any off the top of my head like artists that have like a cohesive story throughout. Is that like their like entire career? Like this?
Yeah, it's like phases.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because yeah.
Well, I mean, Janelle Monet did that too. Well,
Ooh.
she does that. Janelle Monet. What is she known for? Uh, Janelle. JANELLEMONAE.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Her albums are also like she does like all her songs go into each other. At least like her first two albums. So it's like I guess I can like show you on the screen. But it's like it starts with Sweet 2.
Hmm.
So it starts with like it's telling an entire story.
Oh, okay.
And she's been doing this for I think 3 albums. Like her most recent, it doesn't do that like where it does an overview, but it's still like the whole album is like a message going in order.
That's cool. Nice.
So it's cool when they do that. The only thing is her music videos don't connect. So the songs connect, but the music videos don't.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I'm a little upset about that, but I mean she's the one who knows her music
Oh,
best.
it's
So
is that what she does with her music videos actually?
no, her music videos are just based on the song.
Oh, no, I just meant in general. Like, do you tend not to like music videos that have nothing to do with the song, or
Yes,
does it
and
matter?
it doesn't matter. It doesn't
Okay.
matter. Sometimes though, it's a little like weird if the video doesn't make sense. Like Demi Lovato
Depends on the
has a video
vibe or
like that.
something.
Yeah, Demi
Oh,
Lovato has
really?
a video like
Yeah.
that
There you go.
where it's like she has a song and then apparently she had a video in mind and then she changed it because of Pride, I think it was, and now the video was about Pride, and I was just like,
What
I don't. Oh, okay,
what
sure.
what why do you know why she did that? She just randomly
No,
said, oh, "Okay, now it's about that." Wow,
I don't know. I just thought it was weird. I'm like,
it's kind of weird.
I mean, the song did connect to Pride a little, so I wasn't like fully mad, but
Yeah.
it felt
Well,
super last minute, you know, like
yeah. Sometimes I just sort of like I don't know. It's not even their fault. Who knows who she's involved with, poor girl. I don't know. You know,
Yeah.
she's just a pop singer and like a Disney pop singer or whatnot. Like, do they know any better? They have to just like they've been dealing with so much shit. Like, you know, Demi Lovato.
Yeah.
You know, it's all right, you know. But
I mean, at least, I mean, at least she has fun. There's some musicians who have really boring music videos, and you're just kind of like,
yeah.
this is not really
Not
anything.
no inspiration. Like that's the topic. What inspires music videos? But what happens when? Well, you know why that happens sometimes when you don't have enough money as a band to like make a decent music video that has a story. So you're like, well, we have a couple $100. Can make like a music video that just looks cool,
Yeah.
you know? And the like background could be inspirational or like just the aesthetic, you know? But sometimes
Yeah.
that happens, you know? I think I've made music videos like that where it's like, you know, like sometimes you just have to like make it look all lit up and like have something visual to show yourself. You know, maybe it's just performing. It's like a performance music video.
Yeah.
You've seen that, right?
Yeah. What was it? I promise something. It's like
I
where
promise
you
this
have
actually
the
had a story.
yeah, but it had like a performance in it too.
That was like a terrible acting performance done by me. I should have taken that role way more seriously. It's not that I took it seriously, but I was just like, I don't know. Just like, I feel like I wasn't ready for it. Like now I'm like, yes.
Would you like ever reshoot a music video?
Well, that goes into something like sometimes what inspires you to do a music video doesn't mean you know how to create something that's in your mind perfectly. Like I tried so many different ideas. Like I even tried like making a music video on my iPhone, and I
It didn't
thought
work.
like it was gonna look good. I'm like it's an artistic, inspirational style. Like I can do this. I can edit it. I have the idea. No, it didn't. Didn't really work out that well. I'm like it's almost there, but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like why make something that's could be better, or like release something that that could be better, but like you just couldn't do it yourself. Sometimes you need help. Some people that like know how to use a camera, you know, to help you create your art and like what's in your mind, you
Yeah.
know.
Just seeing like what someone else has to offer for it. Sometimes
Yeah,
that's all that you really need.
yeah. I
I
mean,
get that.
especially that somebody that knows how to use a camera, you know, and create what you're trying to. It's like almost like a tattoo artist. If you go to a tattoo artist and you're trying to explain like an idea to them, they're gonna create something based off of what you told them, you know, and like a true collaboration, you know, of words to visual, um, and that's what's cool, you know.
Yeah, it's how they see it
Yeah,
based on what you say.
and it's not even that. It's more being like, there's so many times where it's like, oh, I'd like love to work with this director, just because like we have like a similar common ground of what we both like, you know, like what we're both into when it comes to a style, or like you literally like somebody's art, you know, or like I like your
Yeah.
podcast, I want to be on your podcast, you know.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, it makes working with or collaborating with a person to do that like much easier, you know.
Yeah. It's easier to work with people who you want to work with as opposed to who you don't want to work with.
Or don't even know, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm working with this person, you know. That kind of happens like
Yeah.
in pop and stuff like that. But you know, I think inspiration comes from everywhere when it comes to any music video, like especially music videos that are like really. uh, coming from like popular artists, you know, like really like Justin Bieber, or like I don't know, anybody that's like top 40, like on the radio, like their music videos. Like sometimes, like, you know, if it's somebody that like really cares about it, maybe they create the videos, but you know, it's just all from inspiration of other musicians, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they are just trying to like they see a video they like and they just copy it to make it their own.
Maybe. Maybe you're right. Either that, or you have some awesome filmmakers just coming and like helping them out with some cool shit. See that happening too. You know, it's California. It's pretty where people can grow, and like awesome directors and filmmakers, like uh the person that films a lot of my band's work, Radiate, Black Wolf Imaging. I mean, he's done so many different artists, you know, and he's becoming well known. There's been like so many huge uh, artists that he's worked with to create art with, and it's cool, you know, to be able to like be that person, to be able to like grow. So I'm not too sure about the industry and like how it's going. Sometimes there are, you know, you can grow, which is pretty dope.
Yeah, and then when you work with them again, it's cool because they've been growing. So now your next thing you do with them will be that much better
If they have time, sometimes they
if they have time.
don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people are busy, you know.
yeah, but you never know. But yes, then you can make more stuff with them, and you have a bigger budget and things are cool. But everything's very expensive when it comes to music videos, and I don't know, like that's why I've experimented with trying different things and seeing what works and what doesn't work with music videos. Um, and yeah, I mean, you can just be so creative with like the idea of like the style of how you want to go about doing it, you know? Um, sometimes, you know, just it just depends on what kind of artist you are. Like sometimes you're just like a musician and you create music and you're like, I don't think about the visual of it. I just create the music of it, you know?
Yeah, you're just the audio kind of
Yeah,
thing.
you know? And that's the thing with like bands, you know, like sometimes that could be the case. Or it's just everything's very unique with music, you know?
Yeah, everyone's all different.
Yeah, so I think that's what makes the inspiration of music videos so diverse. And even with my like the music videos I make, like I kind of go like song by song with it. It just depends on like, and I feel like that's the case with certain artists, but depending on like the song it is, really depends on like the visual, you know. It doesn't have to be a cohesive thing for me. I think it just like depends on the piece, because if it's a single, you know, and you're trying to present like a piece, that's the way that I do it, you know. I just I like to create things that are all different versus one cohesive thing, depending on the song. But I think that's what makes different vibes kind of stand out a little bit. So
Yeah.
music.
So it says we have 10 minutes. So I think,
Yeah.
is there, besides your podcast, is there anything you want to shout out?
Um. Yeah, I'm the singer of a band called Radiate. We're from New York City. I'm also in a band called Internet Tears. It's music that I write and produce. And Radiate's more of a band that I'm collaboration with. So if you like alternative, check out Radiate. If you also like synth 80s pop rock kind of stuff, I write for this band called Internet Tears, and that's the stuff that I produce. But yeah, thank you for listening to our episode. about music videos that inspire us or music videos that are inspirational.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure, Cortland. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no problem. As usual, everything will be in the description below where you can find Daniel and everything he talked about, his podcast, his band, social stuff. And I'll see you guys next episode.